Welcome back to Easy to Spell, where the name is easy to spell, and we did it wrong anyway. We've been away for a while, but I'm sure you remember them. I'm joined, as always, by our fantastic group of heroes, beginning with...
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I play Wizard.
I'm Will, and I play O'Relton.
And my name's David.
And we all think the prequels are better than the original trilogy. We are coming back in...
All of them. Every single one.
Yeah, the prequels are better than the originals.
Every prequel.
Yeah. We are coming back in to a pitched combat. Kaya has just teleported in and pulled the Shard of Devouring.
Mike was not audible.
Yeah, I got it. I fixed it.
Okay.
Mike's playing Alder. Pulling the Shard of Devouring from the chest of the Tarasque and teleporting back up to the edge of their airship, which is slowly regaining power, recovering from O'Relton's somewhat nemesis. Nemesis is a pretty close word.
But not friend.
Yeah, divine intervention, drawing the magic from the ship until Kai was able to repair it. I do have to retcon a little bit. At the end of our last episode, I commented that the sigils binding the Tarasque had broken. That was not correct. I was getting a little ahead of myself based on certain things. The only thing that has been unbound on the Tarasque is its regeneration, which you note as the wound where the shard had been has already begun to knit itself closed. Vaden has turned to O'Relton, stating, "Your fool friend has gotten us all killed unless we can work together to bring the beast down." We come back in at the end of Kai's turn. Alder, you stand on top of the wall of the mighty fortress that O'Relton erected using the Shard of Creation. What are you doing?
Besides panicking.
Okay, this is gonna be a fucking Hail Mary here. But I'm gonna cast Whirlwind
Okay.
at the Tarasque's mouth to try to have it throw Wizard out of the mouth.
Okay.
There's a restrained creature can use an action to make a strength or dexterity check against your spell save. If successful, the creature is no longer restrained by the whirlwind. I don't know if restraining them both.
It says restrained by the whirlwind. I like what you're doing.
We'll cool it.
I want you to make an Arcana or make a Wisdom check, just your spellcasting ability modifier, against your own DC.
Okay. Let me verify what that is again. Dex 18. So a
Wisdom, just not a saving throw,
right?
A Wisdom check, or like as if you were to attack with a spell, whatever your spell attack modifier is.
27.
27. You cast Whirlwind, but not in the way that you have in the past, not the kind of the normal way that you've, been taught. But you conjure this force of wind, and it rips through the air harmlessly around Wizard. Before you feel, Wizard, a pulse as all of the air is just pulled from around you. Your ears pop, and as this air cushion expands, throwing the jaws of the Tarasque open and just popping you out. That's you fall to the ground, which is still low where you were just recently bit. Give me an acrobatics check as you fall into the water.
All right. Acrobatics. 27.
27.
8 and
Go
19
ahead.
is 27. Yeah.
Go ahead and choose a square anywhere within 5 feet of the Tarasque, and you can land there as the large spines protruding from its carapace, you manage to like hook onto and launch and catch your feet, whether that be in the water or on the sand. Is within 5 feet. Oh, that is not you.
This is the cleric.
Nope, that's not
You're
me.
in the mouth.
Meh.
Oh, that's the Tarasque.
Stop it! I
There you
can't
go.
grab
I'm
me!
moving you to the side. There you go.
I still can't grab me!
He had the spell last time.
Grab
man.
you?
Oh,
Grab
man,
you?
next time.
There you go.
Okay.
Do we all have a good idea of where the?
Right about there was.
Yeah, we know approximately where the fortress is.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a pain. Alder, anything else?
Let's see. That was my action. Nope, I'm good.
I'm just doing.
I guess I should probably move. So
where that side of the wall is.
I'll move. Let's see. 5, 10,
I just-
15, 20, 25.
I don't know if y'all
30.
can see it, but
Yes,
Just
we
go
can't
there.
see that. Thank you, David. Okay,
And that'll be it.
it's not the best wall, but or whatever. But
which takes us to the
Get the
top
idea.
of initiative. Orelton.
And refresh my memory. I have a cloud kill over top of me. And
Yes.
I'm currently submerged in the water,
Yeah.
holding on to Vaden. Is that right?
Yeah, you got him by like the lapels of his robes. Cloud kill
assume I
cannot affect you while you're underwater.
how
So I
high
assume
does
I didn't hear.
Cloud Kill go?
It is a 20-foot radius circle. And
And the walls of that thing were 20 feet high, correct?
So it's coming down probably with where the circle is, about halfway down the wall, like 10 feet up the wall.
Okay.
Oh, let's see then. What would Orelton be doing at this point in time? I assume I heard
guess-
none of that.
The last thing you heard was.
So, without opening my mouth, because I don't want a mouth full of water, I will think to myself, well, fuck you anyway, Vaden, and I'll just see if I can't get a couple punches to the jaw from out of the water.
Go ahead and make attack rolls.
26.
26 hits.
And this plus 3, 13, plus this in necrotic. So 16 is 25 points of damage, 9 being necrotic.
Okay. It cracks, fist pops out of the water and just cracks him straight into the jaw. Spits blood, which kind of begins to blossom in the water in front of you.
And round 2
Okay.
for an 18.
18 misses.
Okay. I will have gone wide in front of his face and still holding on to him with the other hand.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. The cleric, in a panic, is going to run up, place both hands on the Tarasque, and cast his spell. The Tarasque vanishes. They take a breath before turning and are going to bonus action healing word on Vaden. Okay. His wounds begin to knit closed. To which Vaden takes stock of the situation. He is going to attempt to break your grapple. So give me an opposed athletics check.
This is at advantage because I'm raging. There's no
Yep.
plus, right?
Yeah, you just have advantage.
30.
30. You hold on to him.
Although I have nothing to brace myself with, so I imagine if he wanted to move,
Yeah,
I'd
he'd
just
still
have
be
to go
able
with him.
to. You know what? He's actually going to try to do the same thing.
Oh no.
So he kind of pushes, but your grip is too strong. I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Is it a charmed effect?
It is not.
Okay, I was just about to say. If it's the same thing, I have a problem. But no, we're good.
Saving throws are here. A whopping 12.
He just straight up banishes you. You go into this just nebulous blank space. In the distance, you see pieces of floating rubble and stars. And
Sorry.
a Tarasque who kind of turns and begins slowly floating your way. What is that? Is this
I guess I should have said so earlier.
Oh, and
Cool.
the cleric is going to drop concentration on Cloud Kill on their turn. Sorry, David. What do you got?
I have counterspell, but I'm not. I
Do you want to try to counterspell it?
mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Give me your.
It's only going to be
Check that.
third. I'm doing it at. Let me double check here and make sure that's what I'm going to do it as, because I'm missing a few spell slots. I'm gonna do it at. God, I don't want to make the wrong choice. I'm gonna do it at 4th level.
Fourth level is what you needed. No contest. There's a moment in time around where you see this Trask like starting to like swim towards you in the astral sea
I
before
swim
you
towards
are
him in a blind fury.
ripped back into the prime material plane, to which Vaden and just is going to try to strike you. He's going to use a bonus action. No, because he would have. No, he can't because he tried to break your grapple. So he's used his attacks. He's used his action. Okay. Wizard.
Yeah, so I am going to stab his butthole, or oh what? No, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Big
Like a
old
hot
whiff.
dog down a hallway.
I am going to run over to the cleric. I'm going
Okay.
to stab his butthole.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Where is my things? It's been a hot minute since we played.
1 or 2, yeah.
I don't remember how to do things. Ooh, okay. So I have lucky. I rolled in that one. That means I get to re-roll, right?
Yes.
On
I
attack
mean, you can
rolls,
choose to.
saving throws.
I think Lucky just. I don't know if it's
What is
the new Lucky feat, but
Let me look.
I think
at that.
Lucky
don't
you
know
can
what we
use
did.
a luck charge to reroll anything or force a reroll.
Bountiful luck.
Oh, okay.
If you roll a 1 on a d20 for an attack ability or saving throw.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead
I'm
and
going to
reroll.
reroll it. It's a 12 plus 9.
21.
21, thank you.
Hits.
Okay.
This is not a sneak attack.
Okay, and I will be using Fury of the Small.
Okay.
So I deal an extra 5 damage. So we'll keep that in the books. Now we have to go back to the attack, and it is. So I'm gonna have a 3d6 of necrotic. Does it matter how much Is necrotic
Yeah,
how much is
that's
not?
this one. Yes, they resist necrotic.
Okay, so I'll tell you what the necrotic is first. 10. That's 12 necrotic.
Okay.
And then
17.
it's the 5. That. And then
5 from Fury.
you
the
said that I
Small.
am not.
Yeah, you don't have an ally that's near them. They were aware of you. You can't bullshit your way into another 78 fucking points of damage. Right?
Is this a finesse or a ranged weapon? My dagger?
It is, but it's that you can't get sneak attack unless it's a finesse or range weapon. You don't automatically get sneak attack with all finesse or range weapons.
If you have advantage. Okay.
Yeah, you have to have
Yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
It's so that the barbarian rogue multiclass can't rage sneak attack with a great axe.
Okay, it's fine. That's a 4, 8 damage, and then the 5 damage in addition for
So
Fury as
17
well.
total.
Yep. And then
Yep.
I took the. I've been taking the as you've given the numbers. So,
Okay. And then
you run up and just stab them, not in the butthole. They managed to twist out of the side enough, so you just drive your dagger up into the bottom of their cheek. As they've kind of like, and they go, "You're all idiots!" As the magic breaks and the Tarasque pops back up, as they fail their concentration check to maintain banishment.
great, cool. And then I am
Tarasque
going to
lands
bamf.
back on the ground.
Yeah, how do I hold on? Where is it? I can bamf away. Blink step. It's immediately after I take an attack action or a magic action.
Okay.
I can teleport 30 feet. So
Okay, go ahead and move yourself 30 feet. Is that the end of your turn?
that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, the Tarasque, who's now alive, regenerates some health. As you watch the wounds knit closed. And it is going to make at least one of it is going to start making attacks on this cleric. Poor fucker.
Had a good run, bud.
That hits. I'm just looking for ones. 4, 31, halved, rounded up to 16 points of damage from the first claw attack. The second claw attack is a crit.
Oh fuck! Goodbye, cleric.
But rolled really low, so 37 halved to, was that 19 rounded up?
Why are you having?
Sorry, because it's the one of the sigils halves
Oh,
all
okay.
of the damage the Tarasque does, which means it is going to make a tail attack.
So it was 37
Halved.
halved, but it was a crit.
Yeah, so the 37 was the crit
Oh, okay.
damage.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
then I
I was,
halved it,
I was like,
Okay. For 20 points of damage, which is exactly enough. It claws twice and then turns, and the tail crashes into the cleric, slamming them into the wall, where they just stick.
Huh.
That was the wrong. There we go. Yeah, the cleric is just splattered mostly into the wall, and they just begin to slowly kind of like peel off,
like a pickle on a window.
like a pickle on a window. And it is just gonna go. On odds, it's gonna go towards Vaden or Relton. On evens, it's gonna run up to Alder and Gabi. Evens. Which one did I say evens was?
The
Alder and Gabi.
Evens was, yeah. Us.
5, 10, 15. Running up to the wall, it is going to attempt to bite Alder.
Sick.
With
Sick.
a 28 to hit.
That hits.
I just like to hear you say
Are you
it.
sure? You might want to double check.
13 armor class. Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Okay.
20 points of piercing damage. And you are grappled.
Big oof.
And as it bites down onto Alder, it just runs its head along the side and is going to make a horn attack against Gabi. Which is a 28 to hit as well.
Yep, that hits.
For 15 points of piercing damage as one of the horns just crashes into you.
Okay, I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge.
Yes, you can. You can have that
Cool.
to 8 points of damage.
All right.
And Kai, it is your turn.
All right, this isn't looking good. It's gonna take survey over what's happening, and he's gonna quicken a spell. And I'm pretty sure that's 2. Yes. Don't not add, take away. Confirm. And then is gonna cast. So he's going to quicken a spell. He is going to give Vaden disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Okay, and that's as part of using sorcery points, you can apply that,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Disadvantage on wisdom saving throw. Gotcha.
And I'm going to cast Scatter.
Okay.
Everyone is within range, and if they're not, I'm going to move to where they are. And
Everybody's in range.
I have 10,
60 feet,
15,
isn't it?
20, 25. Nope, I got to go. It's 30 feet, so I'm going to go right here in the middle.
What's the
In the
DC?
Tarasque as well. 18.
Trask too.
18. Okay.
So let me hold on. Scatter. There quivers around up to 5 creatures of my choice that I can see within range. Okay, hold on. That actually that is yes. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do everyone excluding me, I think. You teleport each affected target to an unoccupied space that I can see within. So does that mean that I get to choose where each person goes?
You do. Scatter allows you to pick where each
Okay.
person ends up.
Okay.
Vaden succeeded
not
his
be very
saving
scattered.
throw.
Okay. That's fine. That sucks, but it's
But-
fine.
Yeah. Your whole party, except for you.
Yep. And I'm
And the
going
Tarasque
to.
failed as well.
The Trask failed. Perfect. Do I have an? Because I would put the Tarasque and Vaden like on top of each other. Is there a particular? Would I know that like Vaden wouldn't get moved, so I just move the Tarasque next to Vaden?
You wouldn't know. So this would be
Okay.
wherever you would intend to put them both.
Okay.
You would shrug.
Then, okay. Then, I mean, for the sake of being fair, that they would be 120 feet away.
Okay. So just
So-
directly away from you with the Tarasque.
But yeah.
Yeah, we'll move
Edge of the
this
map.
sweet little
basically.
boy like right over, just off.
Yep.
My baby, my sweet little
And
baby boy.
then all my friends would be within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
So,
Just
do we
bump it.
have
If
to
you'd like
roll
to-
this? or
If
can
you'd
we
like to
auto-fail?
resist, you can, but otherwise you can choose to auto fail.
Okay. I will just
It's
auto
any
fail. 'Cause...
unwilling creatures has to make a saving throw.
Gotcha.
I think I'm too concentrated on beating face right now to worry about somebody else casting magic on me.
As long as I am still on the edge of our little thing, I'm happy. I just don't want to be in the water.
Yep.
I too small, I drowned.
And then with that, I'm gonna look up at Vaden.
Down.
Well, or look down at Vaden. Good luck. And I'm gonna cast teleport.
Real quick,
Okay.
because you okay,
'Cause we had
motherfucker, you
talked- we had
quickened,
talked
yeah,
about
you
this.
you quickened scatter, okay, okay. 1 sec, let me see if Vaden's got anything for this. Okay, okay. He raises a hand towards you. As you vanish. Where do you teleport?
Does the castle still stay?
Yep, I created it.
Lucky for Vaden.
Where was it that we came from before we went to Terran-Kel?
Our ship.
No, obviously.
Well, maybe that's in
Waste
there.
and hell.
Waste now. I was gonna say the Wraith and Care.
I mean, you're on your ship. The ship can't go with you if this is what you're doing. The
No,
ship's
I know.
gone.
I know. It is what it is. I'm still linked to it, so I can attempt to call out to it.
Yeah.
So that was my plan. I'd rather get us out. I mean, if we dip on a ship, we dip on a ship.
Okay, but you just left a ship for Vaden.
But it's for us. It's not going to listen to Vaden, as far as I know. And if we gave a ship to Vaden, we gave a ship to Vaden. Vaden
Where?
has
Where
his
are you
resources.
teleporting?
I am teleporting. Was it the Wraith and Care? I think is where we
Wraith and Care.
came from.
Okay.
Is that right?
Pull off the map.
The
Right now.
island where we took
Yeah.
the boat over.
Yeah, it was Wraith and Care. Just pulled up the map. It's the port.
Yes, Wraith and Care.
Okay. That's where you're going?
That's where I'm going. And if not that you're going to let me, but before I leave, I'd be like, get out of here, ship. Meet us at Wraith and Care.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, that's
So,
that ship's gone.
I think I can only put Wraith and Care as seen casually.
I have the runes for the teleportation circle. I purchased them.
You did purchase them, but
You didn't have time to
haven't-
draw 'em out.
You haven't
Yes.
had time to like study them and memorize them. This is a instant cast spell.
But it says permanent circle, and it doesn't say I
Yeah.
have to have any familiarity
Whose
to it.
sigil sequence you know.
Exactly.
You have bought these and made
I have the
no.
scroll.
You have made no attempt. Give me an intelligence check. Not a
Nope.
save. Give
No,
me an
no.
intelligence. David, give me an intelligence check.
10.
10. Okay. How much of
All
pie
dead
can you
in the
recite
ether.
to me?
Not me myself.
You. How much pie can you recite to me?
Alexa, numbers are poor. The only one, to be honest with you, I can only do 3.14.
Yeah, and even though
I don't have any numbers after that.
You've been way more familiar with pie for your life than Kai has with this scroll of sigils he's picked
It's a
up.
fair argument.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a D100, right? And I'm giving you seen casual. You've been there once. I will skew it slightly in your favor because you do have an object that is sort of related, but you didn't buy the scroll at Wraith and Care either. This is you bought it somewhere else. This is gonna be fun. Not terrible. You get to go to somewhere similar.
It's
Great.
3.1415946.
Not too late.
Follows it up.
Okay.
No, it's actually in chat.
Thanks, crafting buddy.
When you were picturing Wraith and Care, what were you thinking about? What did you focus on in Wraith and Care from your very casual pass through of the city?
Well, we came in on the ship.
Yep.
No, we did not come in on the
No,
ship.
this is where you bought the ship.
Yeah, this is where we bought the ship. Yeah.
thought that was
I've been
Wasting
thinking
Hell.
about- Was that
We bought it in
Wasting Hell?
Wasting Hell. Yeah.
Did you buy it in Wasting Hell and then just traveled through a path?
Yeah, because
Okay.
yeah, and we traveled down and we landed in Wraith and Care and we stopped there and talked to the dude who was gonna shuttle us over on the boat.
Yeah, I
And
would
there
have
were
been
the guards
thinking
there
about.
that didn't like us.
Do you remember a lot more than I do? Basically, I would have been remembering the path we took and the old guy we talked to about the boat.
Okay. Okay. Closest similar place. Going to the dock. Reasonably so. Similar area is actually pretty
Odd.
like it's weird because like off target you show up within a random like a random directions x amount of miles away from it. A similar area just puts you chose a really safe thing because it puts you in just the closest similar spot in the same city. It specifies like in the same city,
No.
so you do just land on the dock, all of you. There's no mishap. You're effectively on target. You are maybe like on a different dock of the marina. But
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Where's the ship?
Where are we?
Hopefully coming back. We're in Wraith and Care, I think.
Okay. Do you have the shard?
I didn't have a. Yeah, I do.
Oh, we got it. We got it. And I will make my way over and try and get a hand on it if Bauer will let me.
I believe I put it because I touched it and I could feel it trying to drain the life force out of me.
but it couldn't. You heard like something
That's
in your
right.
blood fought back. This is still in your hand. And it like a crystalline short sword.
Okay. Yeah, Elton, I don't think you want to touch it. It's whatever's inside of me is fighting against it, but I'd feel like, well, I wouldn't be feeling very good at the moment.
I don't listen and I try and reach for it anyway.
Okay.
Wait.
Is this how are you going to actively try to prevent him from touching it, or are you going to let him?
I mean, I don't really think I'm expecting him to really
Yeah.
go for it
We don't have to
until
worry
he
about-
like reaches out to grab it.
Yeah, we don't have to do an opposed check if you're cool with it. Or else they need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okie dokie. The natural one. For an
Natural.
11.
Okay. You grab
This
on
is gonna hurt.
to the sword, and I need my d10s. You grab onto kind of like the blade of this. You take 15 points of damage. It's not any damage type. It is just kind of like fall damage. It's its own.
Just
As
take
you feel it pull into the blade, and because you failed your save by more than 5 points, your Constitution score is permanently reduced by 1.
Ouch.
Oh
that.
shit!
I yank my hand back really quick. Fuck! Fuck! Shark fucking devouring, Orelton. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
At least we got it. That's what's important.
Maybe. I guess I'm gonna be the one that has to hold on to this one. Yeah.
Put it in a bag somewhere, I guess. We were talking about not wanting them all in one spot
One
anyway,
area.
right?
One spot, right? Well, I mean, as it is currently, they're gonna have to rip off your skin to get yours.
I mean, know a lot of people out there that wouldn't slow down much.
It's true.
We just talked to one of them.
Yeah, sure did.
Do I still feel a connection to the ship? By chance?
Currently, yes.
I'm going to, again, just beckon as impatiently as possible.
You turn,
Telling it to try to get away from at least where it's at.
yeah, looking out over the horizon towards where you know that the island to be, and you notice that the clouds in the distance have blackened to a deep, inky shade and are gathering over the island.
We need to have a way to talk to the folks on Tarankel or Kelteron. We need somebody poking that heart.
I can send a whisper to somebody.
You sure?
Yeah, it's really cool. I just like whisper to this little feather, and then they hear it.
Can they tell you that they heard you?
No,
So, Bauer, do you have anything, or
Which item is this, Rachel?
the whispering wind feather.
I don't have anything. I'm actually pretty close to tapped. I blew a lot on the ship, and then getting us out of there kind of I mean, that's most of what I had.
Alder? A way to talk to somebody?
No, I don't have an option.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna pull out my feather, and I'm gonna try and whisper to the queen lady we talked to. Be like, "Ooh, you need to stab the heart, or bad things will happen. This is a wizard!" And that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Oh no.
So on brand.
Oh, no.
You do that. Exactly that.
With seeing O'Relton kind of go at the shard after Kaya said not to, and seeing that interaction, he was kind of trying to see the insight, I guess. I'm checking an insight check on O'Relton, saying, yeah, we said that we're going to keep him separate. And kind of like, does he mean that? Or is he just saying that for right now?
Okay. Give me an insight check.
I did roll this earlier. It's a 25.
25.
I roll
Just a-
something, right?
It would either be deception or persuasion to let us know.
I have advantage on this one. And then I can tell you based on that, right?
Yes. That's if it's if you got lower, that give him a pretty good idea.
And if it's something that needs to be a secret, feel free to send me a message.
Yeah.
Okay. You get the vibe that Orelton was still coming down off of a rage, and that's one of his big life goals. So he was probably just a little pumped. Wasn't trying to take the shard from anybody, just lost himself in the moment.
Gotcha.
Oh, can I look around and see if I recognize the spot where we're in?
Yeah, you're just you can see actually the ramshackle hut of the old man who is going to take you close to Tarankel. There are a few people that are kind of like looking at you. A few of them recognize you from like 2 days ago when you were here, and so it's odd, but like they're kind of just
Wow.
giving you a wide berth.
Wow, Bauer, that's a pretty good aim you've got.
Yeah, we'll just say that. It wasn't lucky whatsoever. I'm just really good at what I do.
No doubt. So should we get looking at the people who are looking at us funny? Should we get out of the public eye, maybe?
Yeah.
Bunch of freaks
Well,
here with some giant piece of crystal and a feather that they're whispering to and just popped out of nowhere.
Did Kaya actually
he's
get to say to the ship, like, meet us at Wraith and Care?
He probably started to.
Okay, my only reasoning is, I guess, did we hear him say that? Because if we heard him say that, then okay, then I'll leave it at that.
I imagine it was one of those like, oh, meet us at, and then
Gotcha. Well, should we get out of here? I don't think standing around with... I mean, people are noticing us.
Let's go grab a drink or grab a meal or something, recuperate, and talk about where we're going from here.
there was a inn that you had stayed at. You can go and we'll call it 2 gold pieces for you guys to get rooms, and then like a silver each for you to get food. But we'll fast forward to a point that you guys are together, either
Paid.
privately in one of your rooms, or if you guys want to have separate asides, just let me know.
I think I would be down eating grub. I don't know who would be joining me, but
Yeah,
that
I
would be
would
my first consideration.
join you.
So without giving away too much, where are we going next? I look directly at Alder.
Well, I mean, we did talk about checking out the rest of them, and we think one might be in my home. Do we want to go quick? Or do we want to
Well,
take our time?
I don't think we have the option to go quick at the moment.
Well, I might have an option. It'll take me a day to get it worked out, but
Oh, is that tree thing you keep asking about?
yeah. Good memory.
I'm
smart.
okay. You can probably get us there much safer than me. I could potentially get us there
I mean, you got us here.
tomorrow. Right, but I've been here. I can teleport us anywhere. But there's a bit of a chance we die.
Well,
I was gonna say, if you could do that, then just teleport us to the next shard.
Well,
Kai.
I'd have to know about it.
This is the moment where it's been a little while. You can end your attunement to the airship.
He feels it end or he can end it.
He feels it end
Okay.
Shit.
forcefully.
The ship's gone.
Told you.
like boom.
That or somebody took it.
Man, I
pretty handy.
Let's hope for the first one then.
Can we get another? I still have more of this gold stuff.
I think we're a little short.
Yeah, it was a lot of that gold stuff.
It was.
So I guess that was kind of a pointed question, but is there anything else we need to be doing beforehand?
Not for me. I just need. I mean, going back kind of helps both of us. Helps me check on my clan and helps us maybe find another.
I know Bauer and I's timeline got real short all of a sudden.
Right.
I know probably should check in with Raven and Vala. And I'd feel a lot more comfortable if folks on the island over there knew what they were supposed to be doing and that big ol' hunk of meat wasn't just roaming free, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's
Did I make the?
it's still tied to this plane, right? Like there's not.
The way that I understood it is because they have the heart. It's tied here. But if it were to die, that heart would decay and it would just appear in either another realm or potentially even back here.
And so they needed to have people poking spears into that heart to keep him subdued.
And it did say it was tied to the island, right? Not just the plane.
Unless he dies, I think. If he dies, he comes back somewhere.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, let me look and see what I can do. I might be able to get us there tomorrow.
There being...
My grove.
Okay.
Can we write a letter to the island and send it with the dude that went out on the boat?
He doesn't ever get close enough to the island. Plus, look, I don't know if the storm had gotten any worse or if it had dissipated or anything along those lines, but like, you know, from what we saw earlier, I doubt anybody's going to that island anytime soon.
Plus, they were on a different plane.
And the old man with the boat said that we would have to swim to the island. He wouldn't actually take us to it.
Well, I whispered to the queen.
Well, here's hoping that works.
Meta, do none of us actually have message?
Yeah, I definitely have message.
Well, and to be clear, message and sending don't necessarily work across planes.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
I hope the feather does.
Odds or evens, right?
Evens.
Okay.
Love it.
I love not knowing.
It is still like midday. You guys specifically started that like early in the morning. You went through a day, and then it was as the sun began to rise that you initiated that.
How's everybody looking?
Aside
I look a
from
little
tired.
battered.
Yeah.
bruises,
Three of-
busted lip.
Gabi like has a hole straight through their arm where one of the teeth was, and 4 of their fingers are like twisted to the side.
Just stuck a handkerchief through the hole.
Gabi took the brunt of, or sorry, Wizard took the brunt of most of those attacks.
Well, I'll cast Mass Cure Wounds on the group, and it's not much, but 17 points of healing to everybody.
Much better. Well, a little better, but
Well, do we
Now
need to
only
do
one
anything
finger's
around
busted.
town? Did your friends need anything from down this area, or?
Didn't we? You'll have to remind me. I had a recent conversation with Vala, and I had explained everything that happened with up at the what was it, the red mesas or something like that, the on top of the plateau.
Yeah, with Svetla and
Yeah, so I explained all of that. There wasn't anything on our side that we needed to get back in contact with them, right? Other than just letting them know that we're okay.
yeah, I think that was.
And I think she said she was gonna reach out to let you know. Like she was gonna be able to help with something, right?
Just if there was anything that they saw regarding.
Yeah, regarding the shards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it had something to do with. I remember now. It's going to meta, but it had something to do with him being short on time, and their god not being feeling
Right.
very good.
Right. Well, I think for the time being, where Elton and I are short on time, I'm gonna go go see if I can't convert some people. Seems like a good idea, at least for now.
got an idea too, but I'm gonna need to do it tonight.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roleplay going out and proselytizing.
I'm not good at it, so I appreciate that.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Red. Yeah, if you want to give me just a religion check, but using your charisma instead of wisdom. If you're not proficient in religion, then it's just a charisma check.
So just a straight charisma roll?
Yep, just a yep. Not a saving throw, just the
Okay,
skill check.
22.
22. Pretty good. That's you go. I know you had some pamphlets made.
Those are, I made those and I have to hold on to them for tonight.
Yeah.
I'll give you half.
You got it. You're able to hand out some, and just going through the town and, mostly going into like libraries and bookstores and like talking to people that seem like they have an investment in protecting like knowledge. You actually find a bit of ground with. It's a conversion like this takes time. I don't want to diminish it by being like, hey, you went out and you got 4 people to change gods.
Right.
But you're able to float the idea out, and you find some positive reception to the teachings of List.
Okay.
What is everybody else doing while Kai's out doing this?
I am going to talk to the bartender, anybody that looks like they might have the information about where a seedier side of the city might be. I'm looking for places like thieves' dens, maybe houses of ill repute, places where people, for one reason or another, are not terrifically well off. And then, because I scare people more than I persuade people, I would like to go to those places and then drop flyers in between, in between the covers of the books, in each of the rooms in the House of Ill Repute, etc., and just leave flyers around and promptly excuse myself.
Yeah, we're gonna with the theme of what you said. Give me an intimidation check. This is your initial interaction with the innkeeper.
Okay. I have advantage on this too.
Okay.
Thank God.
Ooh.
How about 19?
19. What's that? Sorry, one of my lights freaking out.
Oh no! Now you're in the dark.
I thought you were just setting the mood.
That's what a House of Ill Repute looks like, right?
Oh, look at me.
Don't look at me. I'm not doing it.
Ah. Got really bright.
Beautiful. Now you're blind.
Don't look at the man
Yeah.
behind the curtain.
It's always the fun thing about fixing lights when you're 2 inches from it with your eyes open and it starts working. Okay. Yeah, I'll say like.
God damn it!
That's all right, Andrew. You know what? I got you. I'll have enough light for both of us.
Let's
Solidarity.
Hey, look at that.
Don't.
Nobody breathe.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, Dave. Beautiful.
Yeah, like
Okay, Jesus.
mostly. Yeah. How's it?
It literally doesn't want you to talk about this. It's like every time you try to talk about it.
Yeah.
Hey, the god of secrets is just trying to keep this a secret.
Yeah. Mostly
Oh, that's
houses
well
of ill
lit,
repute. Over like thieves' dens. They're not like, oh yeah, there's a guild of thieves 2 blocks down.
It's a really slow strobe. That's what we're doing here.
Just, one sec, I have another light. I'm just gonna swap it out.
Technical break, real quick.
Bam.
Go for it. Oh man.
A technical break would be great because I could use the bathroom.
Oh, you need to use the bathroom. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna step away for 5 minutes, and we'll see you guys soon. So stick
right
around.
back.
Hang on. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Welcome back. We got the light working. We're rested. None of us are frustrated.
I'm having a great time.
But yeah, Orelton, you managed to. It flickers.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
You made your way to a few houses of ill repute. Kind of walking in and doing the whole like Book of Mormon in the hotel nightstand, just like putting it into books, putting it into drawers, and just places people are going to find it. And again, like it's more complicated than just being like, hey, this is how many people you converted, but you're getting the word out. You probably actually had a few conversations with people who are like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And kind of explaining in your way what it is you are doing.
And specifically trying to pinpoint and pick out people who would be interested in a deity related to secrets rather than, your stereotypical divine honor-related deity, if you will.
Yeah, and there are a few people that definitely, like, you see as you're leaving, so they go to these pamphlets and like pick it up and start thumbing through them on their own. People that work in the House of Ill Repute, people that might have found themselves in a position due to either their secrets or the secrets of others that might kind of reach to that for some sort of control or understanding of what may have brought them to there. Alder, what have you been up to?
I've just been kind of wandering the city and finding quiet locations that aren't like dark or anything like that. Just quiet locations to just sit and craft some plants and just feel a little peace at like a greener area and than the desert, and just try to feel at home a little bit.
Okay. I think easy enough to do. This is kind of like an oasis town with the harbor. And there are a few like almost like Zen gardens that have been built into the sand, where there's like a central tree, and these parks kind of have sprung up naturally around them where people go to escape the hustle and bustle of a large port city. And you're able to take a moment to not only connect with nature, but an aspect of nature that you're not as familiar with, having grown up in like lush forests. I don't want to say novel, but just a different perspective than you're used to. Wizard, what have you been up to?
Wizard is gonna ask for some of those flyers. Can I have some?
Sure, that's what they're here for, I guess. Peel off a little bit of the stack.
And our goal is to make people be part of our thing, right? What is it? What is it called?
Yeah, it's a religion.
Our religion. That's a big word.
Yeah, think of it as a way of life.
Okay. And these tell them how to do it?
Get them started on the right path.
Okay. Thanks. And then I'm gonna toddle
Sure.
off. And I am gonna find the biggest, wealthiest, most extravagant places that I can find, and that's where I'm gonna take my flyers to. Rich
Nice.
people gotta have lots of secrets.
Okay.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
In the pocket of some rich dude's bathrobe. What is this?
That is an 18 plus 13, so a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm imagining you are like going into their houses and like their secret safes behind a painting. You're like getting into that and like putting a flyer and then relocking their safe. Like I this little whirlwind with the, I don't know, 12 pamphlets that I imagine O'Relton may have given you, going through, and for the next few months, the wealthy of this town are going to be finding flyers of lists, like in places they do not know people have any idea of. And so again, like they go to like
Love that.
pocket money. And then just for fun, there's gonna like a local magistrate who he's going to open up like his safe, and in like stacks of blackmail that he has on other officials and like business people in the city, all of those are going to have been removed and like kind of scattered and crumpled around, and there's just going to be like 3 of the pamphlets tucked into that. There, a 30 gets you some nonsense. And if there's anything specific you'd like to have done during that, as long as it's in the realm of hiding people's stuff.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Stealing food whenever I see it.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's very apropos to have an advertisement for the god of secrets in all of your secret places. Just pop up.
It is late this night that Wizard would be the last one back, I think. The Wizard pops up and you're all back together, all 4 of you at the same time. Are you doing anything else or any other conversations that you'd like to have before you turn in for the evening?
Well, I think we can get to my grove tomorrow if we go. I can get us there.
Yeah, for sure that's the direction we want to go. And nothing
if-
else we need to do in the meantime.
Well, I mean, if we're looking at collecting the shards, we've got an inkling that, something might be going on there.
I mean, that's obviously my number one goal, but kind of got bit earlier today, so I want to make sure I'm not going too gung-ho with it.
It's true.
Zara, do you have any business you need to attend to?
No, that's a secret.
Got it.
I respect those.
All right, then we'll
Okay.
let's get
Grove
some
it
rest,
is.
and we'll go in the morning. Go ahead.
Oh.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna
Sure.
stay in my own room. And that's
Oh,
it,
okay.
so-
I guess when Kai ends up going to bed, he's gonna sample, some of the brew, maybe take some back to his room, and then he's again going to take out his journal, write down the things that have been happening in the past couple days, and then in another section, he's going to start writing out not the startings of like a script on some of the best ways to entice people on joining list. What I've had success with, what doesn't seem to work.
Okay. Like a standard best practices sales book.
Kind of, yeah. So it turns into more of a performance and less of a religion check.
Okay. You're building it out. At any point, like, do you pull Relton in on this to?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I definitely get points, like his input on things that maybe could be refined, and kind of build it out from there.
I'm the wrong guy to ask if you're trying to persuade people.
I get it. I'm more just talking points, right? Let me do the persuading. Just talking points, things I might be missing.
Well, let me take
I mean,
a look. I'll get back to you.
You've been at this a lot longer than I have.
Don't forget the part when she turned and abandoned her followers.
Did I hear that as well?
Oh yeah, you both heard this. Behind you as you're looking over the notes.
I will turn around and see who's behind me.
Vaden, his skin torn like across his face, but underneath, instead of meat and blood, there's writhing, inky black tendrils in constant motion. His eyes glow with a dark purple luminescence.
I abruptly stand up, and the stool I'm sitting on shoots out from behind me, and I'll cross the room to him.
Okay,
Shit.
what do you do?
Kick him in the knee.
It just passes through, and he kind of smears like smoke that kind of recongeals back. Wouldn't come here before getting used to my new vessel. He is less than ideal.
Who am I talking to?
Do you not recognize me? Not in this form, I suppose. You, and he looks to Kai, and his eyes kind of flash purple. I still intend for you.
And I
He-
unfortunately know exactly who you are.
This Vaden was a loyal subject. In the end, he gave himself to me. I have to thank you for that. Had not the beast been in the midst of tearing him limb from limb, he may not have done so.
Wish I could have been there to see it.
It was something. Something of such tremendous hunger. If it was not so resilient and mindless, may have made a good vessel as well. I hope it has fun wherever it ends up.
You have anything you want to tell us at this, or are you just here to blaspheme?
Pretty much just to let you know that I'll be back. It'll take time to get used to this form, but mostly to just thank you.
Well, show up when you're ready. Put your vessel on his ass without you in it. I'll put it on its ass with you in it.
Maybe we'll revisit some of the limb tearing you wish you had seen.
I'd be happy to oblige you.
And just like a breeze catching smoke off of a candle, he just kind of dissipates and is gone.
I'll pick up my stool and carry it the like 10 feet. It bounced around the room back to the table. Well, that should probably make me a little upset, but it makes me more happy than anything.
Guy is just gonna kind of sit and stare at where he was.
Now we're getting out from under his thumb bar. Just a matter of time.
Did I make the wrong choice getting us out of there? Should we have stayed?
I mean, losing the ship kind of sucks, but I got my hide and the rest of y'all do too, so I'm gonna call it a win.
What is it though? Because now the Tarasque goes somewhere and terrorizes whomever lives there. Vaden,
sure.
yeah, sure, he's gone, but he's still here?
Didn't really sound like he was here.
Right, but like his flesh is still walking around. And he has the ship. Well, I don't even know what to refer to it as. But the thing that's been chasing me in my dreams now has a physical form. So is it better or worse? I mean, yeah, we have the shard, but again, we just... No. Never mind that. I guess there's only now instead of what ifs, right?
Lot of unknowns, man. All I know is we got one dead Vaden and 1+ shard. 1 minus ship too, but we're not counting that.
Yeah, that part does suck a bit.
Yeah, I'm not salty.
Yeah. I was hoping I could get it out of there, but well, either way, I guess that's enough for finding for tonight. I think I'm gonna try to sleep.
I'm gonna do the same.
All right. Good night.
Right. I'm gonna take a quick gander around the eating area, I guess, that we're in. Is it crowded with people? Is there anybody around?
There's a few like late patrons. There's one guy who's like drunk on the table, fast asleep, and an older dwarven woman who's kind of behind the bar to cleaning up. A few other patrons that are not really paying any attention to you. None of them seem to have clocked anything that happened.
In that case, I'm going to wait until the bartender has her back turned, and after everybody's gone to bed, and I'll just grab the two ends of the table again. And as I press them together, I'll just cast Fabricate in the same way I did with the bookshelf in the hotel room. Everything just compresses down to a new stack of flyers. And I'll just take them upstairs with me.
Got her off. Okay.
At some point in the middle of the night when
Bye, Dave.
Kai's sleeping, Wizard is gonna try and sneak in there and lay down next to him and search for the goat man in his dreams.
Okay. Don't find him.
Okay. And I'm trying to be, every time I do this, I'm trying to be sneaky. I'm trying to sneak up on him, so.
He is, I'll just let you know, nowhere to be found in Kai's dreams.
No more. Okay.
No more.
Still gonna keep trying.
Okay. No, nothing else of note really happens, I think, this evening. You can all take your long rest.
I will wake up earlier than normal, like still within the long rest time frame, but wake up probably what I suspect is before everybody else, and just sit in my room on the floor, and I'll take out that fruit from my bag and set it down in front of me. At first I want to see if anything appears different with it, as I do every time I pull it out of the bag.
Nothing's changed.
Okay. I'm gonna look down at my hand that's got a little black tip on my finger, and then I'm gonna cast divination.
Okay.
And just want to pray to my god and ask if I can save my grove by eating this fruit.
Durin is your deity, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking
You're good.
through. The power the fruit offers is no greater than that you already possess. Its application is just more direct. That's all.
Okay. Then I will gather it back up and head downstairs and grab some food.
Okay. Say at each point, as you guys wake up, and all reconvene around the breakfast table.
How'd you
So you
sleep?
know what your plan is.
Everybody all rested?
More than I deserve, I feel like.
Yeah.
Insight
right.
check on Bauer.
Okay.
10.
Is there a way to hide my roll?
By rolling it on your hand?
Self.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just show to self.
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna roll this to self really quick. Did anybody see that?
Yep.
Not me.
You actually saw that?
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it.
What is it? What is it?
Athletics 11.
Try set it roll to DM.
Or just get dice like a normal
Oh,
person.
you know what? I see. I see where I did it wrong. Hold on. I do it this way. Okay. Did you guys see that one?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so while it's up, I have to roll. Glad I did a check first.
Erlen, what was your insight?
10. Completely average.
10 is average?
Fuck.
On a D20, it is, yes.
I mean, doesn't seem like he's tired.
Good enough.
Okay.
All right. Well, before we go, just know my grove doesn't see outsiders like ever. So they may be in a little shock if you come through with me.
You want to go first then?
Yeah, I'll definitely go first. Be quick to follow me through. You only have a few seconds.
Okay.
Is it how's the weather outside?
It's cool. You have the fog has kind of rolled off of the ocean.
Is there and the storm in the distance is it still there? Is it gone?
No, it's gone.
All right. Well,
Suspicious.
let's head over to the tree that I visited earlier, and we'll go through.
Okay.
Get up. I'll talk to the druids there and just thank them again for letting us use it.
Nod you through. Of course, of course.
And then I will cast Transport via Plants.
Okay.
This is
And-
Taking
sweet.
you.
I'm going to try to come out of the main tree, the home tree.
Okay. You all watch as this portal opens through, and you can kind of vaguely make details out, but it's almost like a Dark Souls fog door that you kind of have to press through as you step into the tree and out the other side. Alder, the first thing you notice is you step onto the grass, kind of cracks and breaks under your feet. And it is blackened in a circle about 10 feet out from in front of you. Beyond that, your grove, as you remember, the thatch roofed and like mud sealed low huts. A number of different individuals, mostly human, but some elven and half elven. There are a few like fawns. I'm trying to remember the caduceus from Critical Role.
Oh,
Furbolg.
Yeah,
Furbolgs.
furbolgs. Kind of working their way through, some carrying baskets full of flowers or fruits and things like that. All of them kind of turn to look as you step through the tree. And a couple, like, as they see you coming through, like, one of them drops their basket and runs off to the side as a few others kind of come clambering up. One steps forward, a human man, middle-aged. What are you? You return. Have you found answers to what is happening?
Unfortunately, I don't have exactly what can fix this, but We think there might be something in the tree that's not meant to be there.
Okay. It is somewhat vague. Your
It's-
friends. Well, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, this is Kaya O'Rilton and Wizard.
The Great Wizard!
Right.
Kaya, Orelton, and the Great Wizard. Welcome. I'm Hoffren. The current leader of our circle. Things have been unclear.
Have any changes happened? I mean, it looks close to how it was when I left.
A slow expanse of whatever this is. But we have not approached the tree. It encroaches slowly. It takes in a few inches every week. I cannot tell if it is speeding up or slowing down. The pace is consistent.
And the farms and the other groves, they're doing okay?
Seemingly fine. The blight is isolated to this one tree, which is still concerning because he stops and kind of looks. Because of its importance to our community.
You said no one's touched the tree. You stay as far away from it as possible, or
It kind of creates its own ring of effect. We choose to not spend time in it. We are careful after what has happened before.
What happened before?
Have you filled your friends in on what happened to your grandfather?
I guess not all of them. My grandfather was the protector of this tree and of our grove, and he aged very rapidly in a way that is unnatural and passed from a ritual we've kept in our family for eons.
and you said he ate some of the fruit, though, right?
It's suspected.
We believe so. It was his turn, his right.
Is there any problem with me touching the tree? I'm not gonna piss anybody off.
I think at this point, any help that one may offer is welcome.
The only thing I ask is you don't indulge in the fruit.
Or cut it down, I imagine.
Yeah, please.
This tree is an old one. Its bark is strong as iron. I think if you tried to cut it down, you would have trouble.
Really as strong as iron?
Indeed.
Can I take a quick...
Oh yeah, it's an
Gander
iron
at it?
tree. It is.
Mm.
It has striations, almost like a black rust, filling in between the bark. But this is clearly one of a very similar tree to those that grow in Artas.
And
It
they're
is-
not common on this continent, right? They're incredibly uncommon.
This is the one of its kind.
It's the ironwood tree.
You've heard of it.
These were all over in Artas, where Bauer and I met each other.
Yeah.
Left, right, center. Couldn't swing an axe without hitting one and denting the axe.
Did they bear fruit as well?
Remember
I think
cutting
some of them
down.
did. Yeah, I think some of them did. I'm not 100% on that, to be honest.
This is good to know.
So, if you got this tree that's not doing so well, why don't you just go get one of those trees and plant it here and get rid of this one?
Well, I can travel through trees, but I can't grab a tree this large and bring it here. And I don't know if that would actually solve the problem. And to be honest, this is the first time I've heard of other trees.
And the specific properties of this tree and its importance to us are beyond likely what the other trees offer. Even
Let's do
amongst them, I think this one is special. Currently, it ages any of those who eat the fruit to oblivion. Not,
That
not
sounds
always.
like what we were thinking.
Hey, Elton.
Yo.
Do you think maybe this one is similar to, well, I'll
Ones
just
with
say
the
this.
corpses swinging from it?
Pecan?
I mean, same type of tree, right?
That's where I'm leaning with it. Do you think you see where I'm going with this, right?
No, you're gonna have to spell it out for me.
Do you think this one is like pecan?
They weren't they all like pecan?
This one does not have pecans.
Right. My mistake.
We met a help me out, Bauer. What's the word? She was a dryad.
A dryad, I believe. Yeah.
One of the
Or a fey bound person.
You have not only seen more ironwood trees, but you have met dryads, the fey folk of the wood.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
leader of the Fae folk of that wood, and had quesadillas with the Fae leader of that wood, which were a lot better then than they are now.
It's true.
I am going to leave you in the care of Alda. I think we are going to need to send some of our own to this Aratas. We do not
Indeed.
venture often from the grove, but this is important.
What interested more ironwood trees for you? I thought you said this one was special.
But dryads have not been seen in these parts for thousands of years. We have stories of those that used to bond trees and protect them. But as the kingdoms of man spread, they withdrew. They have not been seen.
Was very remote over there.
Well,
So we go there and get a dryad to come take care of this tree.
Or at least ask an opinion, maybe?
That feels much like revisiting already tread ground, and not something we should do for the sake of this story.
I mean, we're not fans of uprooting someone from their home.
Ha! I see what you did there.
But
Uprooting. Druid
Well,
humor.
if you can provide any details as far as the land and where to go, or a map if you have one, that would be helpful to my people.
I have a map of here, and I have like a crudely drawn map over there. But I could try and give you like it's about here and here, but I'm no
Uh,
map scientist.
Got
Approximates
any
are
friends I
fine.
could talk to?
If you have anyone we should speak with who might guide us.
That I do.
Probably, yeah. Got a couple people.
Raven's pretty good with trees.
Talking with Ven, get him sent straight over there and get him hooked up with Tarley.
Seems like a good spot.
That might.
In the meantime, can I poke around with this one?
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you said you try to keep your distance, and obviously the ground is not doing so well. Is there an issue standing on the ground, or is it just when you eat the fruit?
Not that we have discovered, but again, we do not spend much time on the ground. In case. We've not conducted any experiments or tests. Out of fear of sacrificing more of our own. If we can save the tree, good. But we will move before we risk the lives of our own.
Okay.
Nature's
Perfect,
may
that's what
simply
we're
be
here for.
reclaiming it.
I will see if I can't find just a pine cone or some bit of organic material. And I'm going to go stand outside the decayed ring of the circle and just yeet the organic material inside of the circle.
Okay. Pinecone lands.
I stare at it.
For how long?
3 minutes.
No apparent change.
I step into the blackened circle.
Okay.
So does Kaya.
Nothing really happens. And like I said, he mentioned before that the circle is expanding at like a couple inches a week.
Yeah. Orel's not a math guy.
Yeah.
I will pick up the pine cone and throw it against the tree. Let's see if anything happens there.
Tink, 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 tink. Bounces off.
Great.
Rolls away.
And then I'll take a nail and like scratch it, see if it's actually an ironwood tree.
Yeah, it feels
the
like
same
it.
consistency.
The difference is if you touch any of the like black rust-like striations, it kind of crumbles off, like leaving you are actually able to like groove into it. Like old ships, the metal where the rust, like it kind of becomes pocketed, marked here. It kind of leaves
Porous.
that behind, the porous marks.
Yep, that's old metal.
Yeah.
And just to get a better view of it, if I look up, this tree is like, are we talking California redwoods big?
Yeah, it is massive, and you see a few like large, like peach-sized fruits hanging in different spots. There are only a couple. There are not many fruits.
Are there any fruits on the ground?
There are no fruits on the ground, and the ones that are in the tree are kind of shriveled and blackened. If anybody has seen the fruit that Alder carries with him, they look very similar to that.
I don't think we have we?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we have.
I don't
I
think we've
think I
shown it
have.
to anybody.
Oh, maybe Zar caught me one night watching. Didn't say anything. I don't know if anybody's seen it.
Well, I will specify there are two other fruits, which I believe, Alder, yours when you had taken it was the only fruit from the tree. Two
There's
more have
less
grown.
remaining.
Is there
Two
any,
more have, which is specifically notable to you. There are two more fruits have grown.
is there any way to get down to the roots of this tree? You guys don't have like a cave system down there. I don't know what your rituals entail exactly.
No, there's
Nothing like that.
we try not to disturb the ground. And I'll kind of walk over to what did you say his name was? Hassa? What was it?
Havrin, was it?
Hafren.
Hafren. Okay. You like head out for me, so
Sorry.
you're good. Hafren, when did those fruits appear?
One of them, maybe yesterday, they've each sprung up overnight. None of us have seen them grow, and they were just there, fully formed. Almost begging to be eaten. As foolish as I know that to be.
It's like the tree's calling for the ritual.
Almost. It is tempting.
So, what's this ritual?
It's a secret.
I know lots of secrets.
This is one we prefer you did not have. It would be dangerous for our clan if others were to know of it. Let's leave it at that.
Should we tell them about the secret god?
You're always welcome to.
Will you let my father know I'm home?
I believe Shesa already ran off to do so the moment she saw you.
Well, we definitely need to talk tonight. Let the people calm down a little bit. I know it's been a while since I've been back.
We will throw a feast for you and your friends for your return. Allow you to address them. Perhaps ease their minds a bit. Your father has not been helpful in this regard since you left, since your grandfather died.
Yeah, I can imagine. He's never been good with the talking bit.
He is not. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back. And I'm gonna walk over to the tree and just kind of look up at the fruits. Just kind of look for any other areas that it seems like flowering or budding might be happening. And
Okay. Give me a perception check.
a 12.
12. No, you don't notice any other flowering or budding where fruit may grow soon. You notice that while they have the same somewhat shriveled appearance as the fruit that you carry, they do not have like the green veins running across them that yours does.
Gotcha.
They are distinct.
Hey, Aldi.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a gut feeling I got. I don't know. Have you ever I mean, you're pretty familiar with the tree, right? Have you ever tried to this might sound weird, but talk out to it?
I mean, not, I guess, as a person, but we talk to our surroundings and trees frequently.
Maybe try talking to it sometime. I mean, it
You
might
mean-
surprise you.
With like an intent of receiving an answer.
I mean, potentially. Maybe don't expect an answer, but don't leave it so closed that it can't give you one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's worth a shot. I mean, nothing's worked so far, so.
Well, my thought is maybe maybe there is one trapped in there.
I guess it is possible. Did you say that you talked to one in Eritas?
Yeah. Well, she didn't really have a name, so we gave her one. It was Pecan. And she introduced us to the figure who essentially raised them and kept them safe. They called him the Father.
Well, that does sound like all the stories.
Maybe try to reach out to it. I know if I try talking to him, I'm going to be honest, the trees don't really like me that much.
Was there something that got her to come out or to speak to you?
Patience and kindness, I believe.
Well, we do practice that quite a bit, so maybe I do that tonight.
No. And like I said, I maybe wouldn't expect an answer, but don't leave it just closed.
Of course. Have you guys, I mean, you've been looking it over for a bit. Have you seen anything that might remind you of the shard, or?
That's why I was asking about the roots. I mean, it's obviously not here in front of us. I was thinking maybe if the physical shard is here, maybe it's at the roots. Maybe it's in the center of the tree.
It's in the center. I'm not sure how we're going to get it out.
Well, this metal's not as hard as you'd think it was.
Right, but I don't think they take kindly to us chopping into their tree either.
No, definitely not. That would be one way for us to definitely not be welcome anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
When
you
did it
have
start, Alder?
let's see, how long have we been together? Maybe 6 months ago. It looked fine. Everything appeared fine. And like I said, my grandfather went to perform the ritual, and it's like the moment he bit into this fruit and carried on with the rest of everything, it was like a poison. And everything changed.
Well, I'm gonna have a hard time believing that randomly 6 months ago a shard was jettisoned into this tree. So maybe the shard being physically in it is probably out, right?
I mean, potentially. We've seen the actions that these shards that you have taken.
Right.
Maybe-
But, I mean, how did it get here? Just 6 months ago, haphazardly.
I don't know if it's that it just arrived, or maybe it's been there the whole time and something set it off.
Like a tree root finally growing into it.
Maybe.
Or, I mean, the other shards, one was removed in the middle of its making, and the newest one only Kaya can touch. I mean, maybe my grandfather did something that was not intended.
Shame that we can't ask him. Maybe your dad knows something. I hear he's not much of a talker, but maybe he knows if your grandfather did something different this time around, or I don't know. I'm spitballing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
During during this conversation, Wizard is going to have opened up their bag and started searching through it for anything that might help a tree, and have found a watering can.
Okay.
When was the last time you watered it?
Well, I mean, whenever it last rained.
Maybe it needs more. And I'm gonna run off to go find some water to put in my watering can.
As you shake it, it is full.
Okay.
Do you have the heart to tell her that iron rusts when you put water on it?
Yeah, that's a good call. I should probably. Was there maybe just the grass around the tree? You want it to like seep into the roots, right? You don't dump it straight on.
Oh yeah, okay. Question: the grass that's around the roots. I'm assuming this like circle that's spreading. Is it like killing the grass too, or what is it doing to it? Just so I can envision.
You said
Yeah,
blackened.
the grass is just this dry, blackened grass. It's still individual strands. Like as your feet come down, it kind of crushes it, and it's kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Towards the center, it'll like kind of powder itself.
Okay. I am going to start pouring my water all around the tree.
Okay. Are you starting at the roots or the outside edge?
I would be basically where the tree like root look ends, and the rest of whatever the dirt is begins.
Okay.
Where the roots go under the dirt.
Yeah, as soon as the roots hit under the dirt, that's where I'm going to start watering.
Okay. Yeah, that is actually only a short distance into the circle. The circle extends probably about 10 feet out from the root base of the tree itself.
Okay.
And so you actually go and you're standing, you can have like 1 foot on grass and 1 foot in the black as you begin to water.
And do you know what I'm watering with?
Yeah, I pulled it up. 5 of spades.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you begin to pour water, it almost softens, like that rigid dryness kind of softens. It remains black, but does begin to grow rapidly out from where you've begun to water.
The blackness begins to grow.
Well, the black grass begins to grow up
okay.
and taller,
Okay.
remaining black. There's no green at the base of it. But then, yes, the black begins to like acceleratedly like grow out in a circle from you. So now this almost perfect circle has kind of a polyp circle of black grass.
Whoa.
Spreads out. So maybe a 4-foot circle centered on you and where you were watering around begins, and the grass kind of is growing up around your legs.
Zar, stop, please.
I'm gonna try
This
and
is-
like pull out of this grass and run away.
You pull out of the grass. It's not actually holding on to you. It's just like that kind of thick grass that begins as it grows up like around something that's been left in the lawn for a long period of time. So yeah, you pull out of it, no problem.
I like
So-
the intent. That's definitely having an opposite effect.
Yeah, well, the grass likes it. And I'm gonna put my
Nope.
can back in.
Okay, so it's still living.
Is it? I'm gonna take my own canteen out and go to the other side of the polyp that was just made, and
Yeah.
just dump like maybe half a shot, an ounce worth, out of my canteen.
It lands in the grass, soaks into the ground. It's the same thing. The grass like softens a little bit where the water hits it.
And then grows rapidly upwards.
Nope.
Zar, what was in
The
that
hell's-
canteen?
Hell, in your canteen, yeah.
No, water.
And it's not a
This is
canteen.
water.
It is a like goosenecked watering
Watering
can
Gotcha.
with a little sprinkler head on the end that diffuses it out.
That's not just water. It can't be.
You go water that patch of grass over there, and I'll just point to an area of grass that is completely green and normal.
Please, just a little bit.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
just a
over and
touch.
I'm gonna like hang onto one tree while I'm kind of hanging over to try and like pour it, so I'm not standing there.
Yeah. And the grass begins to kind of rapidly grow and expand at a very similar rate. Where she's on like a root, some of it splashes on, and you actually watch as like a few new budding leaves like come off of the branch over her.
Okay.
Are you using like miracle growth or something? What is happening?
I don't know. I'm gonna smell it. What happens if I drink the the water?
Do you drink it?
Rapidly ages.
Hair
Okay.
rapidly grows.
It's all-
Drink some of it.
pretty
It
sure it's
tastes
only plants, so.
crystal clear. You feel a little rumble in your gut as some of the plant-like bacterial microbes in your system begin to grow rapidly.
Yeah, this is gonna really ruin my gut flora. It just tastes like water.
No, you're right. The plants really like it. But I think we're
Loud
getting away from the
fart
tree issue.
Resonates from Wizard.
Well, let me talk with my people for a little bit tonight and see what we can decipher has happened since I've been gone and try a couple things.
And maybe share your secrets with us.
Not all
You-
secrets have to be shared. Then they're not secrets.
No, but the more people that have a secret, the more secrets there are.
I mean, I
I
don't
think
follow.
that's inherently untrue.
I don't follow this god, but I would assume it's different types of secrets, and not everyone knowing your secret.
It's only a secret if somebody doesn't know. However, I like the lie. Very creative.
What line?